question. At what point in that game, how early on did you know you were going to have a game? Because, I mean, you were playing on a different level.
I don't know. I think it was really just going into halftime and talking to the coaches and them trying to like breathe life into us. It was a really big thing for us. Just encouraging us that defense was doing well. Getting that like stamp of approval from our coaches was a really big thing for us, and it really just uplifted us and lifted our spirits and telling us to continue to do what we're doing, continue to execute the way we've been executing, and just Coach Roberts and his staff they had a really good plan. They did a lot of film study, a lot in dissecting our opponents. So I think it was just at halftime, just being around all the guys and them bringing us all together. And I think that was when it started to click a little bit.
Like for you individually?
Yes, sir. I think halftime, just being around the guys and everybody just looking, and just you can look into somebody's eyes and you're like, man, we depend on you. So just being around all my teammates really just uplifted me, seeing them and them coming up to me, encouraging me, just really uplifted me, and I just wanted to go hard for them.
Front row, Jason.
Eugene, you mentioned Coach Roberts and the staff. How much confidence have you guys as a defense grown in 2 weeks when you actually get into a game and the play calls and the adjustments they've had? How much confidence has that given you guys as players, the adjustments you've been able to make throughout a game?
Yeah, and Coach Roberts, he's a really smart coach. So all he does is, in terms of our defense, he just passes that knowledge onto us and tries to make things as simple as possible. So that knowledge and that ability to adjust on the fly is something we're continuing to build on, and I think that's something that I've seen the most from week 1 to week 2. And with football, it's really an ongoing process. So I think we just have to continue to grow upon it, continue to hone in on our details, and also I think it would be really good for us. We just continue to build upon the foundation we set on Saturday. So.
Stay in front here. Coach Roberts' defense blitzes a lot. You've gotten home on a lot of your blitzes already this year. How much do you enjoy being in a defense like this where the linebackers and guys like Donovan and Keontae get to kind of get after the quarterback a little more?
Yeah, it's fun. Just being able to get downhill, blitz, do different types of things in coverage. It's kind of a linebacker, like we said, it's a linebacker-driven defense. So it's just fun being out there, fun coming on blitzes, fun being in coverage. There's not a dull moment in that defense. So I'm really grateful to have Coach Roberts. I'm really grateful for them implementing it the way they have, making it as simple as possible.
Got a couple in the back.
How tough is it to prepare for a team like that when you have the possibility to see 2 separate quarterbacks and teams moving forward to prepare for a multiple quarterback system each Saturday?
It is real difficult. It's like, especially with the Cal quarterback being really hurt, banged up, we didn't know what we were to expect. We didn't know if we were going to get 10 or we didn't know we were going to get 5. So it's a really tough thing as a player, just not knowing what style of play quarterback you were going to get. So you really just have to, hone in and practice and, expect to see both of them. Prepare your mind that, you might play a quarterback that is a little bit more mobile, dual threat type. So just being able to adjust on the fly, that's another thing we talk about, adjusting with personnel, and that's a really big thing.
Stay in the back.
Hi, Eugene. I know it's probably more fun to win in a dominant game, but in a game like this where it's so adverse and it's a grudge match till the end, what does that do for the team's confidence moving forward on you can win even in an ugly game?
Yeah, I know there was a lot of things in terms of people were talking about offensively and stuff, but I really think it was a good thing for our defense to be in situations where they were challenged. We had to, we can say that we want to be a really good defense, but we have to be in situations where our back is against the wall and we have to put out the fire. So those types of things really do uplift players. Being in situations where the circumstances aren't necessarily right just puts you in situations, and it just builds that confidence within yourself. So you're like, yeah, I've been in a situation like this before. We've done it before, guys. We can do it. So that's really a morale thing, but I think that was really the biggest thing. Yeah.
Second row on the left.
Tell us about the final defensive stand of the game after it seems like maybe the work is done. There's a turnover. Defense has to go back to work. What's the mindset in that situation, and how you guys came through it?
Yeah, just biggest thing is just another opportunity. There's a chaotic thing, it's turning a ball over, but it's just another opportunity to show what we can do and show who we believe we are. So that's the biggest thing. Just, I know turnovers aren't, the best thing, but it's just like, going out there and embracing the challenge of having a turnover, embracing the challenge of the offense having another series, just trying to do your best to put out the fire. So.
We got far left on the table.
You made some comments about playing on scout team last year.
Yeah.
And how good the feeling was this year. Can you talk about that and then talk about that sack at the end, the play that you made to kind of steal the game?
Yeah, and I kind of wanted to clear that up as well. So last year I was on scout team, but I was on scout team primarily because after the first 4 games, I wasn't playing at least as much as I thought I should. So I went to our coach at the time and I said that I wanted to be on scout team because I just wasn't playing as much as I thought I should, and I thought in that sense it would help me improve. So nobody put me on scout team. I wasn't put on scout team last year. I just wasn't playing as much as I felt I deserved. So ultimately it was a thing to try to improve upon myself. And I think those types of things, that situation, being on scout team, if I didn't go through that, I feel like I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in today in terms of just, that hunger and being, just ready to go out there and show what I can do. So another thing in terms of what you were saying, scout team, just being out there, it's just like, it's really a motivational thing for me. It's just a thing that uplifts my spirit. Just, I went against Tank Bigsby, I went against Jarquez Hunter, I went against all the guys that are really elite guys in my opinion. So when I go out there and I face a running back, I'm like, I played against professionals. I played against guys that are going to be at that stage. So it's really a confidence thing for me, and football is really a confidence game. So that's where I really developed that.
Front row, Ryan.
Yeah, Eugene, got a couple for you. Coach Freeze mentioned that Jalen McLeod, when he's on the field, he's a different dude out there. What does he bring to the defense when he is out there?
Yeah, Jaycee Mack, he brings energy, he brings intensity. He's a really fun guy to be around. He's from Washington, D.C., and I'm from Virginia, Alexandria. So he like 15 minutes from where I'm from. So, we kind of got that connection. But he's one of those guys that's like a spark plug on the defense. He gets guys going in terms of his motor. Seeing him at practice is like the biggest thing. It tries to make me go harder because I'm like, man, this dude Jaycee Mack is behind me. He's bursting past people to get to the football. So I'm like, I got to bring that intensity and bring that level of competitiveness that, that's the standard for our defense. So he sets a different standard in terms of his competitiveness. His pass rush ability is elite. We've seen that on the big stage from where he was at App State. So he's just a complete football player. He's intentional about his work. He details his work. And he's just truly somebody I can really admire. Yeah.
And then the secondary, I know Nehemiah's been banged up in the game. DK and Nehemiah, Keontae got banged up.
Yeah.
And Caleb Wood had to come in, kind of needs to play a bunch of snaps for you guys. What's to say about those young DBs being able to step up?
It just shows how talented we are in that room. And, their coaches do a really great job. Coach Crime, Coach E, they do a really great job in terms of preparing them. And I've seen it. I've been in some of those meetings. They're really detailed in their delivery in terms of coaching it and teaching it. So it just shows the talent that we have in that room. It shows that, and those types of things are important, having depth in the back end, because, so many things happen with this game. So Kay and Lee, DJ, Mighty, they're all really good players, and they're all will be significant contributors to our team.
All right, Jason.
You talk about going through a lot. What's it mean to you then to be named one of the SEC players of the week?
It's surreal, to be honest with you. I'm grateful to God that, like I said, I didn't give up on myself. When I first got here, my dad passed away in February. I had to go through spring ball and battling a lot of things. And as a young man in this world, you need your father. And it was a hard thing losing him because he was my best friend. So just to experience being the SEC Player of the Week. I'm just praying I made him proud, and I'm grateful to get the opportunity to be out there and play the game I love and play it the way the only way I know how to play it, which is with intensity and effort. So for those who contributed in that, making me that, I'm grateful, and I just thank God for what he has done in my life.
You're far right over here.
Yeah, Eugene, there was obviously a little bit of chatter coming from Cal coming into last week. Do you guys like playing, like, does defense like playing with like the poke bear a little bit? Does that help you guys? Just kind of take me through if that motivated you guys heading into Saturday.
Yeah, it definitely did. We don't take things like that lightly in terms of how we prepare. And, you know, when chatter comes, you know, it comes with the game. You know, some guys are overconfident, some guys are, you know, cocky or arrogant, or I'm not saying that Cal is that way, but it comes with the game. But when we heard it, it really just motivated us. We didn't want to go back and forth on social media. We really just wanted to hone in on what we were as a defense. And you know, Coach Freeze even came up to me, personally talked to me about it. So those types of things, I'm a very intentional person. So when people come up to me about stuff like that, it just motivates me even more. So to be honest, I appreciate him for saying what he said. I appreciate him for speaking his mind and being truthful with how he feels. You know, some players come up here, we're playing a really good opponent, you know, and they lie. They feel, and, you know, but he kept it. He just said what he felt, like the truth, what he thought was the truth. So I appreciate him. It helped us a lot.
We got two more. One in the back.
Yeah, first of all, congratulations on being named Co-Defensive Player of the Week at the SEC. But for you personally, do you enjoy playing on the road in a hostile environment like Cal, like you're going to see this season in the SEC, or do you like playing just a few hundred yards away over Junior Stadium?
I like playing in Jordan-Hare, but I don't shy away from playing in other environments. And I know we're going to go to some environments that are really, they got a lot of energy as well. I think Texas A&M is one that's recent. It's going to be recent, but I don't shy away from it. The guys seem to embrace it. You know, it's just another challenge, it's just another opportunity to show what we can do and, you know, rise to the occasion. So I think that with that question, I love playing in Jordan-Hare. The fans here are amazing, but we love going on the road and showing what we can do.
Last one on the left.
Your phrase "less work" has caught on with people. What can you say about where it came from and what it means to you?
Yeah, the less work phrase. It really came from, I watched this Madden streamer, and I remember when I first started watching him, he'd just go around playing the game, and he'd be standing up while he playing the video game, and he just started saying like, "Let's work." And I'm like, and it really just like I'm like, man, this guy's kind of like me. He's just energetic, and I like the phrase. So I came to workouts and I started saying it, started articulating it to the team, and then it just started growing and growing and growing. And the dudes on the team say it now. We working out. It's like we starting the workouts. They're yelling, "Let's work." So that's where it really originated from, and I just put like my own little spin on it, and we enjoy it now, and the team it's just really our thing, yeah.
All right.